So it's like you have to kind of have this foresight of like, I'm working for next year's like
Exactly.
how much revenue. Like for me, it's like I did start where I used to be like, this year we're gonna make this much revenue.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to look at it. But if you really want to grow your business, you got to look 2 years ahead.
2 years, 3 years.
Like 2022, how much are we making?
Yeah.
2022, what kind of projects are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, because that's where patience comes in. Because for me, I want everything now.
It's
Like I want
Same.
that big project now.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
that like big budget now.
And then I can get back.
What's
to
the hump?
Like, making all the like the websites and the infrastructure, like the infrastructure of the business, so that once things actually do start getting busy,
Yeah.
then I'm not having to do that at the same time.
So you're trying to make a strong foundation, so like you don't have to go back to the website. Like it's set up, everything's
Exactly.
good, and then you're just working.
Right.
But you understand that no matter what, it's gonna keep being there, right? Like
yeah.
you'll set it up. You'll be happy with the big behind the scenes stuff.
Recording,
Okay.
so I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Because you've started already.
Yeah. No, I was gonna just keep going. To be honest,
Sorry, man.
it's all good. Because no matter how much you feel like you've caught up with the behind the scenes stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's always gonna
It's
be
a
there,
never-ending
right?
thing.
But it's different. Like okay, I don't know if you see it like this. I kind of feel like us being entrepreneurs or like running our own businesses is a bit different, because if we were CEOs or founders of like a tech company, then worrying about the tech is still technological, which is similar to the behind the scenes part.
Okay.
Now, and again, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, right? But when you're an entrepreneur and you're running a business, and the business's product is not a software or not a hardware, it's literally your creativity.
Time and creativity.
Yeah, and your vision. That's what you're selling,
Yeah.
right? Like most of the time, at least, it depends on what type of creative entrepreneur you are, or
Yeah,
what type
yeah.
of entrepreneur you are in general. I feel like because of that, because it splits your two brains, like right side, left side,
Mhm.
you know, the creative and then the logical side, whatever. I just find it really. I feel like it's more difficult because you have to worry about the bureaucratic stuff.
Yeah.
But then when you're doing that, you also got to display your creativity, because your website has to still be creative.
Yeah.
And then you got to talk to your clients in a more business type of way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like for me, it's juggling those two sides.
It's difficult.
You know what I'm saying?
It's difficult. The way I've thought about it is like the first website you make is going to be trash. The second one you make is going to be way better than the first, but it's still going to be trash. The third one's, now that you have like a perspective about what you want it to kind of look like, then that's going to be acceptable, right? And at least that's sort of like what I'm working towards, that it's at least like good enough where it doesn't hold me back. Like
you're talking about your website right now.
Yeah, like websites and all that back end stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm just trying to get it to do is just to be good enough to the point where it's not holding me back, where I'm not like embarrassed to tell people to check out my website.
Yeah.
Once I get to that level, then I'm gonna be fine. Then I have like, let's say, another year of runway.
You give yourself a little window. You give yourself a little
Yeah, I give myself a little runway before I'm like, okay, in whatever 2 years from now, all the shit that's gonna be on here is probably not gonna be representative of like how good I am or what I want to be doing in the future. So, instead of having it constantly updated, I'm trying to do it in like batches.
That's interesting. I was it's like you have to always have this instinct and this like understanding and ease on yourself that like, right now what I'm doing, I'm putting these bricks in that may not be the strongest bricks, or I might be putting in like time in that it's not the best thing I'm making right now, but I'm doing this because I know that in a year from now it's gonna be dope. You have to have this crazy confidence in yourself and the confidence of like, I'm gonna fall through with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to my buddy sent me this Instagram video of Bezos today actually, talking about how he's like, people work with me or under me and all that stuff, like closely on the business side of things, the senior execs. I let them know that don't think about the current quarter. Because I'm thinking of quarter 3 years from now. You know what I'm saying? He's like the people, I see people on the streets and they congratulate me being like, like good job on the quarter this year, or like they're like, feeling good for me and happy. He's like, I'm thinking like it took 3 years to bake in this quarter. Like 3 years of work led to this quarter being successful. It wasn't like we did it this year.
Right.
So it's like you have to kind of have this foresight of like, I'm working for next year's like how much revenue. Like for me, it's like I did start where I used to be like, this year we're gonna make this much revenue.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to look at it. But if you really want to grow your business, you got to look 2 years ahead.
3 years.
Like 2022, how much are we making?
Yeah.
2022, what kind of projects are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, because that's where patience comes in. Because for me, I want everything now. Like I want that big project now. I want that like big budget now.
Exactly.
But you gotta be humble and be like, no, as good as that would be, I gotta be patient and like lay like like the crumbs, like not lay the crumbs, like lay the bricks. Like
Yeah,
using
yeah.
I didn't want to use that word. I fucking used it twice already.
You're waiting for foundation, but you couldn't. You're like,
Yeah,
nah.
but you get the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta do the work for 3 years from now, which is like that's another type of like mentality it takes, because
Yeah.
it's hard in today's day and time. And dude, today these days, you want to do something where you make it, you put it on Instagram, and then you get fucking like you get props right away.
Yeah, right
That's
away.
what we want.
And
And
big props. Too.
yeah, and that's what we're just used to, because we
Yeah.
can get that now. We have access to like let's
Yeah.
just make and get that like thumbs up right away, right?
Yeah.
But in all honesty, man, I think the big moves and the big business players and like the big artists and all that, they understand that it's like
They're
might
always
take
thinking on the next
it might be a year
Yeah.
before people really even see my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of a different type of mentality to be like
I know.
like. Say you're an artist, you're a musician, right? Because I work with YSF closely, right? He's a musician, and he makes like the way we're working on his brand right now is has like an arsenal, like an archive of just bangers. You've heard some of them,
Yeah.
right?
They're sick.
And they're all just sitting there. And I can even think of like for me on the manager side point of view, it's like I know I gotta be patient, and it's a bit easier with him because I'm on the outside, like in the sense of like I'm not writing the songs,
Mhm.
so I can be more of the business side of things,
You can
right?
be- yeah. Okay.
I'll be creative when it comes to the visuals for him, but on like the plan, I can be more like gentle, But I can understand as him, he has like all, like songs, like 15 songs that he knows are like dope,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, fuck, people don't know the music I'm making right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it kind of, I'm sure he's feeling like I wish I could just show this shit right now, and I'm just using him as an example because I'm sure other artists are like that,
Oh, yeah.
and even me from my film stuff or my commercials or whatever I'm making, I'm like, it might take a while for people to see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish they could see it now. So you have to kind of be patient with like, nah, I'm just gonna do the work right now. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna write the scripts right now. I'm just gonna, plan the website right now. I'm gonna just take all this time off
Yeah.
where there's no spotlight on me and there's no instant gratification right now because no one's really gonna see this and approve it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of be out of the spotlight and just do the work
Yeah.
without
Just do
anyone
the
giving you
dirty work.
props.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough because you're like, fuck, man. Like I just want you. It's weird. It's I think it's like, what's the word, man? It's not it's a crutch to really rely on people's like
Feedback.
approval.
Approval. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better word.
Yeah. Which and that's the thing, like, and I feel like to make it, to go all the way, you have to be okay with like, dude,
Just-
I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm doing this because I know what 5 years is gonna look like. You guys may not understand out there what the fuck I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's gonna take 5 years to get to where I'm getting, and it's just me and myself right now.
Mm-hmm.
And along the way, I'll find people who like trust me and help me and love me and all that stuff, like love my work. But you know what I'm saying? Love my work, not that, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? And then I'll find those people along the way, but it's not about that. I can't think about that right now. Like, why am I not popping right now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people fall off too, because they'll be big on like, okay, I'm making this shit right now. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be dope. As soon as I post it, bang. But like sometimes that doesn't happen. Like you don't get that feedback or you don't get that approval. And you start looking around, you're like, what's, is it something that I did? Like the work might be dope, but like maybe the way you release your content or like the way you like presented it or something small could have just affected that approval amount, or like it's not being received the way you expected it to. Or just even in general, just having too high of an expectation, right? Some people, if their expectation is like, yo, this is going to be the sickest thing ever, I'm going to pop off, and they don't, then it just like has such a...
Their motivation drops. They're like, oh, what's the, like, you're saying that's where they fall off. It's
Yeah.
like, you have to be able to, like, if you think you're going to drop something, it's going to be a 9 out of 10,
Yeah.
and it's like a 6 out of 10 for people. That's how
Right.
they review it.
Yeah.
You can't stop there.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, you got to go through that shit and be like, why was it a 6? Figure that out. Learn from that. And be like, how do I make it a 7 at least next time? How do I make that an 8? You're always aiming for 10, obviously, but you're like, if I can just get better and better and better. And honestly, man, you always, if you're making something from the heart, as cheesy as it is, you'll find your crowd
Oh yeah.
that fucks with your shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? No, you may take a while to get mainstream, maybe.
Uh-huh.
If you're lucky, you'll get mainstream right away. But maybe the mainstream success will take a while. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're making shit from the heart, even on your pursuit to, I don't want to say stardom, on your pursuit to success, how you see success, on your pursuit to get to that,
Mm-hmm.
point of the mountain, where to you this point of the mountain is success.
Yeah.
On the way, you'll still find other people that fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
there's always gonna be people, as long as you're putting your heart in. And it
Yeah.
might start with like 5 people that fuck with your shit, to like 15, to maybe 100, to 1,000. But you gotta be okay with the fact that you have to walk
Mhm.
that. mile.
That must be, you gotta have some serious big dick energy. If you're like, let's say 5 years ahead,
Yeah.
like you're way past everybody else. Like let's say Elon Musk, for example. Like he's like I want to build electric cars in America. People are like, all right, bro, what the fuck? He's like, no, but trust me, we're gonna do this. Like at least we're gonna try, right? At least I feel like in our creative industry, like because there's like so many people have done so many different things. Like it feels like everything's kind of already been done already. It's hard to have that creative perspective. So whenever like a new rapper comes out and their sound is completely different,
Yeah.
you might only be hearing them like 3 or 4 or 5 years down, like into their journey.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
you, they're brand new,
Yeah,
but to
yeah,
them,
yeah.
they've been rocking that stuff for
Yeah,
5
yeah,
years.
yeah.
They've kept it consistent for so long.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I mean, I think what we're circling around is like self belief. It's like,
Yeah.
like that rapper or that Elon Musk or whatever. You have to be like, even the people looking at you like, the fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm looking 5 years ahead, and
Yeah.
I know in 5 years, it's gonna be the shit.
This is
Whatever
gonna
I'm
be a
working on
banger.
right now,
Yeah.
it's gonna like Kanye is known for that kind of shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like he brought fashion in a way where it's like fuck you to like down the road everyone's wearing it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's you have to have that self belief of like this is gonna work.
Some people don't have it, man.
Yeah. Well,
That's the interesting part about it. Some people just don't.
it's you know what it is because I'm trying to figure that out. It's self belief, but I feel like no matter how much self belief you have self doubt as well. So I don't know. I feel like it's you know what it is. Some people don't have is that you have self belief. Say it's like I'm gonna release these speakers, right,
Mhm.
for the sake of fucking conversation. I'm gonna drop these speakers. Everyone's like, oh, these speakers are stupid. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna drop these, right?
These speakers are stupid.
Dumbass speakers. Fuck these speakers. I drop these speakers, and maybe the first round that I drop them, I
Yeah.
get a little pushback. Like that's kind of stupid. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You know. Now you have self belief, and you have self doubt.
Mhm.
You just gotta be the only one feeding both.
Mhm.
As soon as someone else feeds one of those two things, I think that kind of fucks it up.
It
Because
becomes
if
like,
I drop this and then you say this is shit,
mhm.
I have my own self doubt. I was maybe before I dropped it, I'm like maybe I should have changed the shape, or maybe fuck will people understand this right away? Maybe it'll take. You know what? My self doubt is that it'll take a couple years for people to get this.
Yeah.
But if you say as soon as I drop it, that it's shit, and I take that, and I mean honestly, man, I don't know. I feel like in this field, there's so much opportunity for that.
Oh yeah.
There's so because
Oh, yeah.
it's not like I said I was comparing earlier. Like say I'm dropping like a software.
Mhm.
Like people use it, don't like it. There's a separation unless you're Steve Jobs and you are Mac. But there is a separation from you and the product, right?
Mhm.
Again, unless you're Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. But like if you're an artist, you drop something, you're connected to it. Like your face is the art.
Mhm.
Like even if it's video or photography, you're the
Mhm.
photographer who did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like because there's that connection, it's so hard to not take shit personally. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone doesn't like my film or my
Yeah.
thing or my
I
video,
know.
it's like, oh man, fuck, like you know,
I
like.
know.
But and that's like the practice. If you really want to make it, I think that practice is like, oh, you didn't fuck with it, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, and I appreciate that, cool. You know, if you want to take that review or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you can't let it feed yourself because
Mhm.
you have to have that little wall of protection. I think I was reading a book. What was it, man? I think it's Napoleon Hill.
Okay.
Think and Grow Rich. I think.
Grow Rich. I still have to read that.
Oh, dude.
I know.
I think it is. I'm trying. Give me a sec. Let me just try to think because it's such a good piece that he wrote in it. Yeah, it's that or it's the art of what is the one you told me to read? The War of Art.
War of Art.
So one of those two books,
That was
but
a great
basically
book.
it's such a good book, man.
Yeah.
It's fuck. What was I gonna say right now, man? Oh, sorry. So it's which it's funny because War of Art, by the way, it talks about being a professional or an amateur.
Yeah.
It literally, I was reading the other day. I'm like, that's kind of funny. I didn't even maybe it subconsciously seeped into my brain to make the name of this professional amateurs.
Uh-huh.
But it actually talks about how like what an amateur how it treats shit and professionals treat shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway, sorry. So the whatever book I was reading, it talks about there's like these layers you have.
Mhm.
You have this outer layer that's open to everyone.
Okay.
Everyone can access it and talk to you. That's conversation. That's like if I talk to you, like I'm open to you about shit. I'm pretty open about a lot of stuff. We just
Mhm.
talk bluntly. That's how I talk to people, friends,
Yeah.
all that. Maybe it's like first people, then it's friends have another layer access to you.
Yeah.
Then your loved one, whoever you're with, they have one more layer of access that maybe you don't have or like the friends don't have or whatever.
Yeah.
Then there's a part that he says like there's like these walls. If you look at like almost like from the bird's eye, it's like circles, but the walls getting closer to you, like your ego or your id or whatever, or just you, your natural sense,
You're
right?
doing, psychological on us here.
Right, man. Freud said.
Your id, yeah.
But yeah, so there's these walls, and then there's never. So there's like people, acquaintances, friends, then loved ones, family, all that stuff. Then there's one wall that no one should enter. Like
Ooh.
no one, even your like spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like or whoever you're closest with should not enter that. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And I think that's for me at least is like that part of me is because the reason you need to have that is because you need to have some like that main part of you that you don't let other people affect.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like that one core that just knows what's good, right?
Yeah,
And no
which
matter
is
what,
which I think self-doubt and self-belief is. It's like, dude, no matter how tight I am with you, or not tight with you, that you should nothing you say should affect that part of you.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can let someone's opinion of you kind of just waver how you feel about your own shit.
That's some Tony Robbins principle shit,
Sure. Yeah. I want to get into that guy. I've never I know of him. And I feel like I would respect the things he talks about, but I never really looked into him.
I never really looked
I
into
just
him.
know
I just know his name. I know he's big, but like I don't know what he.
I feel like I might look into him a bit more. I feel like I just like looking at some people's like different philosophies. You might just take it's like it's like picking fruit or some shit. You get take a bit of Tony Robbins, like this thing, Gary V, this thing. It's kind of fun to. I feel like following someone 100% isn't the best thing.
It's a little too aggressive.
Yeah, you can be a fan of them, but yeah. But anyways, I don't know how we just got to that.
I don't know.
But basically, I think that's what you should be the only one feeding that part of you, that little core. Is
like, But yo, you know what, man? I think you and I both have like this like unwavering confidence in yourself. Like I try and do shit that I'm deliberately bad at, so that I get like knocked down a level. Because usually, I don't know, man. Like, have you failed dramatically at things in life?
Yeah,
you have. Oh fuck! All right, well.
He's like, I'm a winner. You're like, oh, I haven't. I'm a fucking winner.
I don't know, man. Like I can't think of something that I like completely fucked up. Like if it was like finish school. If it was like starting this business.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Getting in shape. Getting in shape.
Yeah, I've done that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, okay. I agree with you in this thing that when I want something or when I put my mind to it, I will get it.
You get it.
Yeah, 100%. I get that. Well, exactly. That you need to be. Yeah, you have to have that in you, 100% to be in this industry and shit. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I want something bad enough, I'll make it happen, right? But you're telling me you haven't failed though.
Oh,
but even like getting into shape. You're telling me on the way you said I'm gonna get it into shape, and then from then on to getting into shape, you never had a day where you're like, oh fuck, I ate bad today. No, that's failing too, dog.
I know, but I'm talking like minor fails.
But I get what you mean. So failing miserably would be I think there's no such thing, because the only way you fail colossally is that the word, like massively, is if you failed so hard that you couldn't
pick yourself up from it.
Exactly, which I think is failure. Which I think is the only true sense of real failure. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all fails, as long as you're taking it and bouncing back. Yeah, that's a good fail. It's a win.
Yeah,
it's still a win. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like if you had tomorrow, I'm trying to be healthy. Tomorrow I have like a shit day. I eat like pizza. If Monday I realize what I did was wrong and I go extra mile, I run an extra mile, and I eat healthier, and I just do things, that's a win, because then now it pushed me to be like, nah, what's your goal, bro? Get back and go harder now. You know what I'm saying? But when you say fail horribly, like personally, what I'm thinking about is like there was a shoot where like it went so bad. It was such like it was.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, it was like 2018, early 2018. I want to say maybe. Yeah, went so bad that the video never finished. I never released it.
Oh shit!
It was a music video.
Damn, was that bad?
Never really. It wasn't just like bad because like the idea or whatever. The idea was cool. Everything was cool. It's just logistically. Usually my failures with film have been logistically, not creatively. It's like we didn't have enough time. Then the person I was working with, we clashed a lot on set. Then
that's rough.
Then the idea kept getting changed while making the thing, because we're limited on time. And again, I think that's me being an amateur, a complete amateur at that point, because
an amateur.
Yeah, not even a professional amateur at that point.
Exactly.
It's because I wasn't capable enough to see all these things changing and adapt to them on set. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, to be honest, as a director, you gotta be ready for that shit. Like, that's a sorry excuse of being like, oh man, like I wanted to shoot this one shot and like timing wise we couldn't get it, so this video sucks. I was like, no, you don't have time. Then you figure out another creative way to do that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that back then. Like I knew that back then, but I wasn't good at that decision making, and that's what practice has gotten me better at. But in that moment, like it didn't go well. And then. Not only that, the reason I say that's a big failure is so didn't release it, but for a good 2-3 months I stopped filming for a bit.
Damn.
Like I filmed other things that were safer. You know, I would film like short ads and whatever that I knew that there's like this is a right or wrong answer into it, and that there's no like crazy creativeness needed. I think it was 2017 now that I think about it, man. That's fucked. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember that feeling, and that to me was like a huge failure because I didn't bounce back quick enough. You know what I'm saying? I almost was like, maybe I literally, I've had this thought a couple times, and it's only a wavering thought. It's like, oh man, what am I doing? Am I someone who should be doing this?
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah, you
that's
get
what I'm
those
saying.
every now and then.
Yeah. And I think it's impossible to say that not everyone thinks that way. I think every artist goes through that
For
moment of
sure.
like, am I just like fooling myself?
Uh-huh.
You know? But as long as I'm the one doing that self-doubt,
Uh-huh.
you need a little healthy dose of self-doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Keeps you sharp.
Exactly.
You know, keeps you
But
on your edge.
but if like, say I did the video, I was like, it's kind of cool, and then you were like, dude, that's fucking stupid as shit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then
oh no.
then I've let you into my wall.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Uh-huh.
You ain't getting into that wall, bro. You need a ticket. Let me see your ID. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's So that to me was failure. So when you say have you failed in life or whatever, like those moments. But again, I bounced back. So like.
But do you ever do shit like that? I feel like you do. Like you do things that are deliberately difficult.
Oh yeah.
Just
and
to,
then
like,
and then 2 weeks before the difficult thing, I'm like, this is genius. Like I'm gonna grow. And then like a day before that shoot, I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? You idiot! Stick to the simple shit, dumbass.
Stop making a fucking retard of yourself.
Yeah, you have to. To level up, you have to like push the envelope. You know, like get like, okay, what else have I not done, or what is something that I feel like would be different for me and I haven't done, and it could be challenging because then you grow.
I mean, if anything, this podcast is just a good example of that.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Right?
Like this to me was like, oh, this would be a cool idea. Speaking of the podcast, because you brought it up, we formatted the card. Sick, sorry.
Nice.
Yes. But yeah, this podcast is a great idea. You're right. It's like a great example. Sorry. It was like, oh, this would be cool. And I'm like, I've never done this. I've never just been myself and talk on shit. Usually, I'm like either playing a character or I'm like directing characters or whatever the fuck. This is just me raw. You know, it might not work. You know what I'm saying? But
it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. Do you know anyone else doing podcasts? Like, anyone else within like your friends
my circle? No.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody.
I've been wanting to do this for a while though.
Me too.
Oh, I have one friend. Yeah, Joseph. I was on his episode actually.
Oh yeah.
This is like a couple months ago. Yeah. That's why we connected because we knew from before. But I'm like, I'm doing this. And he's like, oh, me too. So like we talked a bit, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm like, if I'm on your podcast, it'll help me. Because by then I think I had only recorded one episode of mine, and I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Because you learn a lot, man. Like there's like 5 or 6 episodes that'll never see light of day. Because they just didn't look good or sound good, or me and Justin were still figuring it out, you know? Look at a smile over there.
Look at this fucking smile.
But yeah, so that's why it's like, but again, see, like that, if I took that too seriously, I may not have ever made this podcast. Right? I'm like, oh, fuck that. I didn't do, we did 5 tries and they were all like, meh. You know? But
yeah.
I think that's the difference between people like, that's the difference between, honestly, not even people. That's the difference between if you really want to do something.
The winners and the losers.
No, I was going to say that actually.
The fucking losers. The fucking losers.
I don't think that's what it is. No.
Quitters.
No. No, I think if you quit, it's not just because you're like, oh, I'm a quitter. It's honestly because maybe you realize that your passion wasn't in it. Like honestly, after 6 fuck up tries for me, it's not that, oh, I'm a winner, I'm going to keep doing this. It was like, I do like, there's something there I really like about this podcast stuff.
It just sucks right now, but I'm going to
Yeah, exactly. If I was doing it and it wasn't good and I'm like, I fucking don't like this. Like, this is like, I don't even want, like doing this. Then why the fuck, there's something a winner or loser. Then you're just like giving yourself like more torture of like, I want to keep doing this. So I think like, it's not about, if someone had done the 5 episodes and been like, fuck this, it's not only because, some of them are because they're losers, but it's not that. I think it's because they're like while doing it, they're like, oh, I'm not that passionate about this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, to make to kind of underline the point you're making though, there is a difference between people who make it and don't make it. Is that like drive, the persistence? Drive. Like I gotta keep fucking doing this.
I know.
You know? Which like you said, that's one thing we both have in common. And no matter what happens, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's a finish line. And I might fucking get cramps on the way. Yeah. I might fucking get shin splints.
Yeah, shin splints.
But I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. That's the worst thing is, man, is when you're in a situation like that where you can't quit, or it just like, I'll give you an example. Like I felt that same way about being in university. Like school for me at some point, I'm like, yo, I'm so not into this. Like this is garbage. I just can't. But because you're in 3rd year, and like, hardcore Polish mom,
20 grand in.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And like you have a year and a half to go and you're like, fuck. And it's just like a year and a half of just torture every fucking day. Yeah. You're just like, holy shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I know, man. And it's, but you still finish it because you're like, I'm already this deep.
Yo, dude, if it wasn't for my mom being such a fucking Nazi, I probably wouldn't have finished school. I was just so not about it.
No, I get it. And for me, it's like, the Nazi element of like your parents just being strict. Yeah. But also like, you have this, like for me, it's like, at that age too, you're like, I just gotta like for them. I'm doing this for them, so that they get off my back. You know, like they need to I'll do this, and then you guys got what you wanted, so you're doing it for them, which again is not good. But that's the mindset you're in, and at least you do it because I know there's other people out there. Their parents are like on them, and they're like, nah, fuck it, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's just comes from like your upbringing, like how you are. Like you're like, fuck, I'll just do it, just get off my back after. You know?
Yeah, let me ask you. Like, so let's pretend you meet someone who this actually happens to me quite a bit. Like, happened to me like not too long ago, just downtown shooting. Some like guy gets out of his car. I don't know who the fuck he is. Walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, listen, are you taking pictures?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you a photographer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, I want to get started in photography. How do I do it?" Like on the sidewalk, just middle of the road. And I'm like,
no, doesn't remind you of anything, Justin? What?
Huh?
Doesn't remind you of anything?
One time someone came up to us and asked.
You know who, right?
Yeah.
We actually that happened. Yes. So I mean, in the sense of like we were literally picking up rental gear like for video. Like we had to shoot that weekend, and this guy across the street kept watching us do it, and then he's like a kid, 20, 21 maybe, comes across something like that. Comes across the street and he's just like, "Hey man, what are you guys doing?" I'm like, "We're setting for the shoot." And he's like, "I really want to get into this stuff. Can you help? Like, or can I just not even can you help? Sorry, he didn't say it like that. He's like, can I just like like come on your sets or whatever, blah blah blah." And even my reaction to that stuff, it's always very positive because I love that. Like I see passion. Like Justin's. That's how he kind of got started with like working with me as well. Because I had a friend who told me like, oh, I have a friend. She's like, I have a friend who's like really into film and stuff, and he wants to get more into videos and shit. So like. Because we were like on a lot of commercial sets those days. So she's like, oh, wait, can he like come like like be on set and stuff? Like it'd be dope for him. And I was like, I'm down. Like if he's passionate, I'm down. And see with him, it stayed because Justin came through and it was like he didn't get paid for anything for the first like couple of projects because it was like I don't know what the fuck he could bring, and there was no role for him to play because we already had a crew. So I was like, do BTS for the first one. For the second one, do BTS, but like we might need you to like carry some things here and there. And he's like, yeah, I'm down. And then my thing is like my go-to is the first 2 gigs will always be like an intern level, like unpaid. And then if I feel like you're still attracted to this life, because a lot of people come in, they think they want to be in video and shit, and then like
when the shit gets real,
because you've seen video, bro. Video, like making films, making commercials, music videos. It's like not, and I'm not saying anything about photography. Photography takes a lot of creativity, but you can see how much
very difficult. Yeah,
dude, it's bigger because you have like 10 people.
Yeah.
So, and that's even a small crew. Sometimes you have 20 people.
Oh yeah.
And when I get to like the bigger budgets, it'll be 40 people. And on top of that, everyone's doing their own thing, and then there's so many different aspects that can fuck up a whole shoot.
Yeah.
Like with you for photography, not every time, but mostly it's like if you fuck up, it's a fuck up, really, or if the model fucks up. For me, it's like the script could fuck up, the actor could fuck up. I could fuck up. Justin could fuck. Like, there's so many people that can like small things. Like just by fuck up, I don't even mean major, but there's so many
tiny little things, tiny little spider
coming
webs,
together to make this scene happen.
Yeah.
That one thing is, one thing could slow the whole shoot down. So but anyways, the kid came up and I actually gave him like a role on a couple gigs.
Oh,
like,
nice.
He came out, yeah.
You know what you're like? You're like a crazy cat woman that just collects stray cats. Like Justin was a stray cat. He just fucking brought him into your house.
You just fucking you just shat on, like that's the worst analogy you could have said. I get it, but you shat on him a little bit. A little shit came onto me. I'm still wiping it off. Like that was a bad.
You're just
and I've said it 2 episodes in a row. I am like Professor X.
Oh yeah.
And these are my mutants.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a better one, right?
That's a little better than stray cats.
That's better than stray cats. But I was gonna say because that kid was an example of the opposite of Justin, where it's like after a few.
He tapped out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But honestly, like it's not like it's an environment thing too. It's not like I was It's not like I was giving a clear depiction of like what good filmmaking is too, right? I'm sure like what I mean by that is like my atmosphere on set is probably something that it was too intense for him maybe. Like, work wise, like I'm never like fucking intense as a person. I am pretty.
You're on set, you're like screaming at him.
What the fuck? I'm never that guy. But I mean more like it's all about like there are 12-hour shoot days, for example. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That happens. Like that happens quite a bit. There's 12-hour shoot days.
Yeah, that's fine.
And by the way, that's industry standard. Like if you make it to Netflix shows or films. 12-hour shoot days are that's most of what's happening. And a lot of people in the industry, even in Toronto, know that's the thing. But the new kids coming in, they feel like after 4 hours, they're ADD and they're like, and their energy is just tapping out. And I'm sure it happened to him too, right? But the way of looking at it is like how we look at it is like, oh, okay, this is more than I expected, but fucking, I want this.
You got to go through.
I want this.
Yeah.
So do you want this enough to work 12-hour shoe days or no? It's
Mhm.
kind of like that.
So yo, what's the, like 3 pieces of advice you give to someone? Let's say they're like that kid, or like let's say you go to me. I had like $2,000 saved. I wanted to get into photography. What's like 3 pieces of advice you'd give someone?
Is that exactly what he asked you? Is that what you're like the guy you met on the street?
Well, he asked me. He's just like, how do I get into it? I'm like, bro, like, where do we start with this conversation? Like, do you want it or not? That's really the main question.
He's like so demoralizing. He's like, bruh. And he's like, I'm sorry. I was out of my element. I reached.
Yeah.
You're right. He just goes back in his car.
Yeah.
Stupid kid. He just drives off.
Literally,
yelling at
that's
himself.
the next Tarantino.
Yeah.
But someone just shit on his confidence right there and just said, like, bro, fuck off.
Sorry, one sec. Justin, what's up? Is it getting dark? Yeah. Right? Can you move that light closer, maybe? Just a bit. We can bring that up.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
That shit does make a
Is this
difference.
fine? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get a light mat for the next episode. But yeah,
Yeah, the hair's looking good.
thanks, man.
I
Doesn't
like
look like
it.
a pineapple anymore.
No, it looks
Yeah, I
sick.
went to. Can I say it? No, actually, I shouldn't.
Go
say
for it. I don't give a
it.
fuck.
No, okay. I went to this guy's barber.
Yeah.
At COVID, I went through like 2 months of no haircut, and then this guy like recommended his barber. And dude, he's a dope guy.
He's a sick guy.
Crazy energy.
Mhm.
But it's not on him at all because it's like when you cut someone new, especially my hair is so fucking specific, like thick and like it's just like how, the way it works and the way I style it and shit.
Yeah.
I just like it felt like
And that's where your hair's at now? You just got the haircut from his barber?
oh, I get the joke because it looks
Yeah.
bad.
Oh,
right
no,
now.
you've
I
got
get
it's
that.
different
Shut
ones.
the mic down. Don't fucking mic down.
okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, because no, I mean it looks great, man. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I start the story. I'm like, someone's a shitty haircut, and you're like, I see it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
no, I meant like in March I did it,
Justin's like, yeah, he really did fuck you
and then you did it again. No, I.
Yeah, you did it again. Like you just.
So why'd you go to him again?
I don't.
No, I only went to him once yesterday. No, I didn't. Okay, I see where.
So
this
this is the good hair.
This
Then.
is the fuck off, man.
Okay.
Do you want to get
Just
the
no, I
fuck
just.
shut down?
Okay, good talk.
Good
See ya.
talk. But yeah, and then he cut my hair like a pineapple. I look like a pineapple.
Those fucking jokes.
Yeah, that's the
Holy
bottom
shit,
line.
that was so funny.
Yeah, I remember just like
Holy
I've
shit.
never worn hats so much in my life.
That was so fucking
I wore
funny.
hats like for the next 2 weeks.
It's just Mark playing a prank on you.
Yeah, he
literally,
told the
no,
guy.
I
Yeah,
said-
listen, man.
Yeah,
You know
fuck
how
off.
shit
Yeah,
up.
You know how
fuck his
sensitive
shit
I am
up.
This
about my
guy
hair.
can-
Yeah. You're a hair guy, eh?
I'm just very sensitive about my hair. I've just
Yeah.
always been. It's like I don't know why I should be declaring this, but I've just been very self-conscious in general.
Why? You have
Of, like,
sick hair.
It's just that it's a insecure thing. It's just like always feel like, and I get compliments on the hair or whatever, and it's like I get it, but also I just feel very like I don't know. That's a whole
It's
episode.
perfect.
It's a whole.
No, you
it's
have
not even
one-
the
you have
hair.
a
It's just in
sick hair.
general insecurities. Like it's a whole episode to talk about. Like it's this weird since I was a kid kind of self-consciousness.
Okay.
You know.
Getting deep with
Yeah, we're
Mark.
getting a little deep with Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
deep in
how's your
there.
relationship with your parents?
I don't want to talk about it. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm a bit of a hair guy too. Like the way.
What hair?
Yeah, I know.
Oh!
right? I know.
Pow!
It matters to me with when I'm going after girls or something. If they have like nice hair or like nice eyebrows and shit like that, I notice like those little things.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that within myself.
Well, it's a bad word to use, but you know what? Maybe you're the same way. I'm superficial. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I do notice things. Like I'm not very
yeah.
like inner beauty's great, bro. But where's the fucking outer beauty at?
Yeah.
Which sucks. I'm trying to grow out of that. I think it's a very kid thing.
You're a great person, but you're beat.
Yeah.
You're busted.
No, but that's what it is. I feel like I grew up in a world where it's like I don't know. That's what was like on TV and shit. You had to be good looking and blah blah blah. So maybe I grew in like I need a girl that looks like that. I need to look like this person. So I feel like I grew up in that environment, which is not healthy at all. So I'm trying to grow out of it in all honesty, man. Just to not care so much about like even for me, man. Trust me, usually I'd spend more time like figuring my hair out before doing the episode. But the last few episodes, I'm like, yo, let's just.
Wow, you're going
going.
wild. Oh, okay.
I'm untethered, bro.
Yeah,
I'm fucking raw out here, dog. Unfiltered.
Didn't even comb this shit. Just fucking finger combed it,
Yeah.
So is that why you're losing weight? Trying to look good on camera?
It was just no. It was getting bad. That's why.
Was it?
Dude. I went to Turkey in February. I came back. I was like, that trip, including like just previously unhealthy decisions, I was like 200 pounds.
Damn.
And I've never been that heavy in my life.
Well, you're pretty tall though. 200 pounds isn't too bad.
No,
That's maybe like 10 pounds
it wasn't.
overweight.
It wasn't. I wasn't like I was overweight for sure.
Mhm.
But it was. Yeah, it wasn't like fucking. I was in tubs,
Uh-huh.
right? Like I wasn't like if I got 250 or some shit, then you'd really
Damn.
see it, obviously,
Oh yeah.
But no, I was getting chubs, man. Like I was getting for sure, and I didn't like it, you know, like because I'm superficial, I'm self-conscious,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on top of that, I'm doing this to myself. I'm putting myself in a situation where like when I go out or whatever, I feel like I'm kind of unhealthy. I have a little
I know
belly
what you
showing.
mean. Yeah, yeah.
Why the fuck would I do that to myself? So, and then COVID happened, so I come back 200 pounds,
Oh
and
boy.
COVID happens. So
Oh,
now
boy.
it's like I gained COVID 19 pounds.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it was like first month and a half, all I did was just like eat and chill because like it was lockdown and COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like ordering pizza, which I know like you're not supposed to be ordering food from outside, but that's what I did in the first
fuck
month.
it.
I would like order pizza or like other food and just every night just be eating out.
Yeah, it's rough.
And then, dude, that I got worse.
Yeah.
You know. So then I had to have this decision of like, I could either use this like excuse of lockdown of like just keep eating, or have self-reflection and be like, dude, you're unhealthy. You know. And so it started from a place of that, like obviously to look good on the outside, but just also not feel like lethargic all the time.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Oh, I'm just like always like heavy. You know.
Things are jiggling. They're not
yeah,
supposed
nah,
to,
man.
you know?
Yeah.
I just imagine you standing in front of a mirror. You're like holding your belly. You're like, fat. I'm fat. You just start crying. It's just
not
like,
even I'm fat. I'm in the mirror like, you're a fat ass. You fat ass. Just like really just demeaning myself every morning.
Yeah.
You're a fat. Sorry, what? Hello. And like change my voice. So yeah, I'll be there outside. I'll be outside in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. You fat fuck. You fat fuck. But no, I'm very So and that's why I started losing weight is because I was like, this is getting bad, dog.
What's the fattest you've ever gotten? Heaviest.
Probably
I
that,
should
man.
say.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever
Really?
been more than 200 pounds. Like what? I guess I didn't really.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
I don't think I ever checked my weight when I. That's the thing too, though. I'll be honest, because I was fatter in like grade.
And you just denied it, huh?
I never looked at my weight. Like I knew I was child. I just like worked out to lose it at that point. But yeah, and honestly, I'll say 200 pounds. I don't know if I went over it.
That's not bad.
It's not.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
It's
But
not bad.
when I was a kid, I was, and I never checked at that point.
Uh-huh.
I must have been like 220
Damn.
when I was like grade 8. I'm talking about.
Yo, bro, I got up to 250 one time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I can't imagine you like that.
249. I was a fatty boomba laddie, bro. I was big. Yeah, I was big.
You were a fatty boomba laddie. That's a word.
It was rough, man. Yeah, it was rough.
That Polish?
No, dude, I got fat twice. I got fat. I got up to 230 in high school, and then I got down to 165. No, it's 220 to 165. So that was like what, 60 pounds?
You were fucking Christian Bale.
Yeah. Yo, for real though, I was. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was extremely skinny.
that's 70 pounds, man.
No.
160 to
220.
230. 220, sorry, 60 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
That's 230, you said, my bad.
Yeah, and then most recently it was 250 to 185.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How long did it take you from 250 to 185?
About a year.
Damn, yeah. That's why I kind of enjoy. Sorry, what?
Because here's the thing: the first time that I did it, this is a trip. The first time I did it in 10 weeks. I lost 60 pounds in 10 weeks.
2.5 months.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
pretty quick. What did you fucking do?
Yo, I just ran,
You
played
didn't eat
football,
much.
gym class, didn't eat much, like everything you could. All
Do-
the
yeah,
like it was
yeah.
rough. It was like too much.
That's pretty good. No, but that's good though. But yeah, that is too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Exhaustion almost, and
For
your body's
sure.
like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not a healthy way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A year is like a healthier way to do it because you're gradually
much more
dropping
gradual.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you do that? When did I know you? I didn't know you at that point.
No, definitely not. Because I started doing that, and then I started getting into triathlons, and then after I got into triathlons, that's when I started getting into photography and stuff. So this would
Dude,
have been,
you look good, you feel good, you do good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it helps your life in a lot of ways. And sometimes it's the opposite because like you do good and then you gain weight because you're doing good, so life is busy now.
Yeah.
And then like that's one of my excuses, but also main reasons why I've gained weight is
That's
like
happened to
you
me,
get
bro.
so busy, dude,
I
and
know,
you're doing
that's
shit,
happened
and
to
then
me.
it's like you're not thinking of I should have a salad at 2 p.m. It's like
Yeah.
fucking there's food. I'm hungry. I'm in a
Yeah.
shitty mood. Give me pizza. Give me like
Exactly.
yeah,
give me that
this
shit
sauce
right
or
now.
whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's but honestly, you look good if you feel good at least.
Mhm.
So honestly, I don't want to like say that you have to like lose weight to look good. Everyone can feel good in different ways.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, but honestly, as long as you feel good.
That's okay.
For me,
Fat shame.
for me,
Fuck it. Sorry, Justin.
oh, jeez,
I'm joking.
jeez, talk about
I
my
love you,
haircut
man.
now,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I'm joking. I love you, Justin.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's, and I honestly, man, even that year that took you, that's a sign of like the type of person you are, because like it's hard to be like that,
Mhm.
forward
Mhm.
and be like, sorry, not forward, but like so determined, right? So it's
Mhm.
like I don't know, if you're doing it for yourself, benefit of like your I think it for me helped my mental health, because now
Big time.
I'm thinking less negative shit. That's
Yeah.
one thing taken care of now.
Yeah.
You know, like you should. That's the whole thing of like, it's you by yourself. Though, at the end of the day, it's me, myself, and I, right? And it's like you should just whatever you can do to shed off that negative weight on you.
Literally.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Yeah.
And it could be body, like, you know, like working out, because then that's one thing now I don't think about that much. I still do. I'm still pretty fucking, like, every day I'm checking my weight and being like, I gotta get, now that I've lost the fat, I want to get more like in shape, like get muscular, you know, get bulky a bit.
Yeah.
But that's one thing, but it's like one thing less to worry about that I had to worry about before, right? And with other things too, like organization, sometimes the negative weight is, man, like I gotta do this, and I'm like all over the place, and I wish like I had more organization in my life. Okay, then fucking do it, dude. Like now I'm like, okay, now I have lists and I have like planners and shit. That's another thing. Now that's one other negative piece of weight on me that was there that's relieved, so I can focus more on like being in a good mood, and then you do good shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta always constantly be like, what would make me feel good in life? And it's not gonna be easy. It's not like, oh, I'll just do this for one day and now I feel good in life. It's a lot of work, man. It's like daily work. You have to get up and work at these things. It's a lot of people think it's like you do it once. Like if I have a great week, then like it's smooth sailing from here. No, it's every day you gotta wake up and get yourself in a good mood. Yeah. You know, get yourself in a good place mentally. It's a hard work, man. It's like no matter how many drugs and shit you do, it's not gonna help with that. It's like you yourself have to get strong. You know what I'm saying? Mentally.
How important do you think it is to be in good shape, like as it pertains to this industry? Like,
the guy who made.
There's a lot of fucking really out of shape people that work in film and photography and stuff like that.
I'm trying to think, are there? There were, but I'm thinking like they weren't in their peak. Like I'm trying to think, Coppola, he's overweight. Coppola, you know, Francis Coppola is the director who made Godfather.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to think, during the making of Godfather, he wasn't, but now he is. So that's different.
But I'm thinking like if you look at like chess players, let's say, like it's not a physically demanding sport, but those guys deliberately keep them in shape, keep themselves in shape so that they have like that personal stamina, like their body can hold up to playing chess for like 5 hours at a time.
Wait, what? To be physically fit is important in chess?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a lot of us.
I kind of see it, and I kind of like that, but explain why. Because their stamina sitting and moving pieces.
Exactly.
So what do you mean?
That's the thing. Like you look at it and you're like, you don't have to be physically fit. Like that doesn't make any sense, right? There's like a bunch of these guys that all swear, like the top guys, like the Magnus Carlsen and the Mikael Tals and all those guys. All those guys say that like you have to take care of your body so that your body has the stamina to support a brain that can work at a high level for 5 hours.
That's pretty dope. And that, I think, answers your question that you really do, because all you're doing as a director, at least, I'll talk about that because that's what I know, is you have to make decisions all day, like quick decisions.
Exactly.
So that your job is literally,
fucked,
so you have to, that makes sense.
But there's so many, I feel like there's so many people in this industry that like, they just get away with it.
That's something I'm trying to think. I don't know, like, who? Like I'm trying to think of people in the sense of
call the fatties out.
At the end of the video, you know how they have the credits?
Yeah,
it's just we're calling you're overweight. Fucking work on it. Just like really.
Yeah.
No, but that's a good
Star Wars style too. It just like goes off into the distance. You know, it goes on forever. Yeah.
This podcast is 2 hours long, but we stopped in 1 hour.
Yeah, exactly.
We stopped talking at 1 hour though. How many people
like
in this
a conveyor
industry?
belt of just like people we know that are fat.
That's you get holy shit, dude. You love that word.
It's so funny.
I'm trying not to be so negative about it.
Overweight.
Yeah, come on, man. But
thick.
No, but thick. Yeah, thick is nice. I like the thick. But fuck, what was I gonna say? No, because I'm trying to think of people around me, right? Close circle, even not even close circle. People I've worked with that I don't work with often, but most of them, like I know a friend of mine who just went vegetarian because he's like, I need to be more healthy, right? And then anyone I knew that was overweight, I've seen lose weight, and they're in this industry. So I'm actually thinking, I feel like maybe there are people, but most of them understand that and then realize they have to get healthy.
I don't know about that, man.
Who you think? You have to obviously say names.
I know a bunch of guys.
Photographers?
A bunch of guys, yeah. They're specifically photographers that are like overweight, unhealthy. Like they don't work out.
Even there's one that went to my mind right now. I've worked with him once, and he was overweight. Great photographer, and recently he's just lost like I think 50 pounds or some shit.
Damn.
So again,
him. Yo, shout out to this guy.
Yeah, but again, see, in my head, I'm thinking like that was one guy, but I think anyone who gets serious in this, they realize they have to. So I'm just they have to lose weight, or not even lose weight, man. Honestly, like I said, it doesn't have to be just weight. It's just get to a place where you feel you can work at your optimal pace. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why to be like the whole health thing. It's like you're right. It's like gets your stamina up, but. Yeah, I feel like in this industry, like you were asking earlier, you do have to be a certain, like fit level because you are just making decisions all day.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's always interesting whenever you see someone a lot of my friends that like got married from before, they said they had a bunch of wedding photographers. Like they hired this guy, they hired that guy, different guys, and they were all sort of like overweight. They were like fumbling around, like bumping around. They were like they didn't have the stamina to keep like everyone's energy up because they themselves were tired from being, like carrying all the shit. Like their body wasn't able to support their creative vision.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't the vehicle that could get them to where they needed to be just because of like the food they eat and the amount of sleep they get and shit like that.
Well, it's also like I'm thinking like on set, if you're a Steadicam op or a cinematographer, you have to kind of hold that camera a lot.
Yeah,
like,
those guys are strong.
Hmm?
That shit's heavy.
Yeah, man. I just shot something. It was a very quick 30-second thing for Instagram, and we had the RE, and I shot it. Like I did DP. I'm like, I just want to do it. I just want to do at least one project like that, right? I've never shot with an RE and
role playing, huh?
Sure. Yeah, got me off. It looked it was fun. I think I did a decent job, but just doing it, I did it for like an hour and a half only. Like it was a short ass shoot. I'm like fucking like I've seen like people like the DPs like they hold it sometimes for a while, and it's not just that like there'll be a quick shot and then they put it down, but to keep fucking doing that, or Steadicam op like, and I've also seen a Steadicam op or a Steadicam opposite where like they're not physically fit and it's like you can see they're getting tired quicker, and it's like right there, it's like you know what field you're in. Just because it's film doesn't mean you can treat it like it's like less physically demanding, but it's so physically demanding.
Extremely,
You're right, and it's like you should kind of work like just like how an actor or like or someone like a bodybuilder works out a crazy amount because that's their career. If you're in film and your role is someone that has to do with lifting, you should go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because you need to get stronger. Because it's like then you're better. You're helping more on set. You're not getting tired quicker.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to eat healthier so you're not like getting lethargic on set. You know. So that's very interesting. I guess in this industry, it's really important to be physically like just be healthy. Forget physically fit. That word also comes off like you need a 6-pack. I'm not saying that.
No.
You just got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That should be a billable thing. At the end of every project, be like, I went to the gym for 6 weeks. So that like.
The thing. Well, I mean, if it's a big budget thing, why not, right? Like, imagine you're like you bring your crew on and you demand from the studio or whatever production company that's like you have to also include like working out or whatever the fuck, like you'd have a small gym on set. It's like what?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be interesting. I really my next thing I want to add on set, man. Like not next thing. It's not really important at all. But eventually down the line, I want to get like a what's the word, like a portable masseuse, like in those chairs where you kind of just sit and someone just works on your back.
That's it.
Because I feel like that'd be like such a morale booster on set. Like you have like these breaks and you're tired and shit. Like it's a 15-hour shoot day. Like if it's a fucking 4-hour shoot day, I'm not getting that.
No, you can't, bro. No. Make that a part of
your
No,
I don't want any of the fucking crew members in. Like we should be working for 4 hours.
No, fuck that, bro. That's
do it on your sets. Do it on your sets. Mine is 10 hours or more. That'd be a sick like add-on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a long day. Yeah. Like those, you get those chairs. We kind of. I'm sure they already have it in Hollywood.
Like lie down.
No. So it's like almost like when like you flip a chair and you sit on it like frontwards.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and then you kind of just lean over and they work on your back.
Oh, that'd be
so it's a bit tilted, yeah. But I'm just saying like that'd be kind of. I'm sure it exists already in like Hollywood films. Like, there's like big sets,
Sure.
But that'd be sick. That's what I want to get like and I think this would make the crew's mood so much better.
Yeah. But wait, would you have your own just for you, or would you want to have one for everybody?
Because I also I don't want anyone to be in that chair in the whole day more than like 20 minutes, man. Because at the end of the day, like fucking, I keep like if I'm on chair, am I directing or am I getting like a massage? It should just be a moment you have on in the day that you look forward to, or like there can't be a constant like that'd be a crutch. I would hate that for myself because then now I'm like
sitting there, you're trying to direct from the chair.
Like, yeah, fucking. Can I? I was thinking about this line. Can I? Yeah, change the fucking line. Change the fucking line. Do your own line. I don't give a fuck. Just do your own thing. Don't bother me right now. I'm getting
you and your fluffer. You guys are having a great moment. There's like a movie being filmed. You're like, whatever.
But at the end of it, it's like nothing. Like everything's like different because like, I didn't give a fuck on set. Like,
you're just getting massaged the whole time.
It's actually made a better movie.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great.
Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Actually, real quick, on the topic of health.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your advice for someone in this field that how to keep healthy? Because I think it is also a contrary thing. There's a word for it, I'm sure. I can't think of it right now. But it's like it's hard to. We're saying it's important to be healthy. But I also think it's hard to be healthy in this field because sometimes your days are so long. You're just like, again, you get so stressed out that you just want shitty food, and there's no schedule. You're on your own schedule. When I used to have a 9 to 5 job, I'm like, oh, lunch is at this time, breakfast I have to eat before I leave. Now it's all over the place sometimes, so it's very different. What would your like advice be or tip be, or what do you do that you think works
for staying healthy?
So staying healthy,
Yeah.
In this industry.
Right. For me, I think integration is key. So it might be hard for you to find time to go and practice composition, like just actually work with your camera and like make sure that you and your camera are like, you're quick, and also work out. Like those three things, like you might sacrifice your current to pay for your future goals. So for example, like I guess what I mean by that is like you would rather like make that movie and sell your time at the gym so that you can make that movie.
Yeah.
So you're selling your short
I have sacrificed my health, like going to the gym, because I'm like, I need to spend time on working on the film.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's really easy to do in this industry. What I'm proposing is like try and find a way to integrate working out with the shit you do. So for example, like for me, like I'm constantly trying to like make sure that me and my camera are like one, right? Like if I just think of, at 5.6, this ISO, I should be able to do it blindfolded in 2 seconds. So, and on top of that, I'm also trying to practice composition, see light, and that kind of stuff. So for me, the way, like if I don't have time to go work out and go downtown or go shoot around my neighborhood or whatever, then I'll just like go for like a 3-hour walk or like a 2-hour walk, just me and my camera. And I'll just go and...
Right, because now you're still doing your craft and you're practicing your camera stuff, and you're also getting exercise because you're walking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really smart.
Yeah.
That's
so
really smart.
That's like a good way to integrate that.
That's really
if you're
smart.
Into filmmaking though,
it's tough.
That's way tougher.
Yeah, because for me, I'm thinking of the weeks where like it'll be I have a project coming up next Saturday, for example. It's a big, say, music video.
Yeah.
And I'm stressed out because I gotta plan. I'm producing it as well. Usually I produce my shit too, right? So I gotta get the talent. Then I gotta worry about location. And obviously it's a week away. I've done most of the work already, but sometimes there's shit last minute happening. I gotta worry about this. I gotta have a backup plan if the weather goes bad. I'm worrying about all these things. And sometimes I'll use running or working out as a channel to get that stress out. Like I'm gonna go work out and I'm just gonna fucking But I've had moments where like I'm going to the gym and I'm thinking about the work, right? And it's like I feel guilty being at the gym instead of making calls and like working on the shit. And even during it, I'll get texts or emails or calls about the work. So now I'm like stressed. So my workout, I'm supposed to go in for an hour today. I've gone to the gym and come out in 20 minutes because I'm like, I get started, but I'm like, I gotta fucking go work.
I gotta go.
So those are the sacrifices that get made, right? So I like what you're saying. I just gotta find a way in my life in my home. I gotta create a gym where it's like if I'm doing emails in between, do a set. Sorry, have something like that's why I bought a skipping rope because I'm like, even if I can't go out for a run for this much time today or go to the gym for 45 minutes or whatever, I don't have the time. I'm like, I'm gonna sweat it out at least. Let's just skip for like 10 minutes even, but like I did some today. So I'm trying to get to that point where minimum there's something. It's not like 3 days in a row I haven't done shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is tough, man. But yeah, it's honestly also about just time allocation. Like I should like the goal is, man, I don't know how far I am from this goal, but it's like to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. And then if you wake up at but if you wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. But that first hour, 5 to 6:30, kind of your own time. Because not a lot of shit's happening in the world. You can think of ideas, write maybe if you want, or do creative stuff, but make that about your physical health, meditation, all that stuff. I know. I feel like that first hour, if you start like that, because days where I start work with my workouts or whatever, like running, right? Great days, because now I have this like appreciation of like I feel good. I feel healthy.
You start on a strong.
It's like you feel like I said, you feel good, you do good. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I like what you're saying. I just got to find a way how I can integrate like into my schedule. Like it's like you said, like you walk out with the camera.
For me, it's easier. Yeah, it's way easier.
But I got to find a way. I got to be like, okay, I have to do this. Like I have to write a script. So let's go for a run for 10 minutes, even, right? And put music on and think of concepts.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie because I've tried that. I've had some runs where I've done that, and it's fun. But it also then takes you away from running because I've also looked at my time after, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, you run so slow. Because in my head I was like I'm like thinking of shit, and my whole like pace has dropped because like I'm a bit slower now because I'm like more thinking about it. I'm like I'm not going to the like I gotta run. My energy's more like in my head.
You're more like just jogging, right? Like your energy's split.
Yeah, same with workouts, right? Like I should be fucking lifting heavier, but now if I'm thinking ideas, I'm like thinking, and I'm like trying to lift, but I'm also like thinking about shit. I'm like because I'm really in my head now, so it changed. So it's still better than nothing.
Yeah.
But I gotta find a way to integrate it or just get better at organization where I wake up early enough so that I can organize. Because what fucks it up is when you wake up at like 10 a.m. Dude,
Bro,
you're behind because
I
now you got to
know.
catch up.
I know.
And there's no time for working out then because it's like that's looked at, unfortunately, as a luxury. Oh, I get to work out today.
Mhm.
I have an extra hour today.
Mhm.
That's how I see it sometimes. You know, I get to work out as like a luxury.
Yeah.
But it needs to become a necessity. Like it's like part of, it's like eating or it's like whatever.
Exactly.
It has to be like, okay, no, then you work out at 12 a.m. tonight because you fucked up and didn't wake up early then, bro. You know?
True.
So I got to get to that point, I think.
I know. I'm trying to get that on. I'm trying to get on that too. That 5 a.m. like rise and grind, that kind of thing.
What's your average right now?
Wake up?
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Mine was like that. Now it's getting 9:30 again, average,
yeah?
which is not good at all because I just sleep really late. But yeah. But I got to get back on the 8 a.m. felt good. That's not even like I need to get to earlier. I don't want to get to 6 a.m., 5 a.m. like eventually.
Yeah.
But 8 a.m. felt like a change already. I was like, that's amazing.
Bro, the problem is not waking up at that time. It's just going to bed at the right time.
Because sleep is important, man.
I know.
Like I'll be like, fuck it, I'll sleep at 1 a.m. I'll just get 6 hours sleep tonight.
Yeah.
No, then your next day's fucked. Like, yeah, you're waking up early, going to the gym, but you're just not functioning at your optimal. You know.
I know. You know what, man? Like I never really took in like how important sleep is until within the last like 8 months. Sleep is so fucking important.
Yeah.
It's so important. Like getting like a good 7-8 hours of sleep is fuego.
And I feel you. I used to fuego. I used to be the same way. I used to be like I used to not give sleep up. Okay, I just literally repeated fuego. What's up? Oh, Justin's tripping.
Fuego. Oh, this night.
I love it. We just and on wheels. Just all day, just keep getting closer.
Justin.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I've really recently realized sleep is crazy important.
So crazy important.
Like, and it's tough, man, because it's not something I can just do. Like, I can just like lie down, sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It takes
me forever.
Yeah, man. Which is like, yeah, I gotta figure that out too because you need the 8 hours.
Take that melatonin.
Yeah, I've done that though, man.
Have you?
Yeah, it helps once in a while, but sometimes that'll take it and it won't do shit.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's gonna be annoying.
Yeah, man. When your inner demons are loud, bro. That's what it is.
I'm fat. Yeah. I'm gonna run tomorrow. Wake up the next
You
day.
fat fuck. You don't even deserve sleep. My brain's like not letting me sleep.
Yeah.
Why don't you go eat a Twinkie, fat ass? Oh, that's the worst too, man. Eating late. Oh my god, dude. Oh,
I'm so bad at that.
I did that last night.
Me too.
Yeah, and then today I woke up feeling shit.
Oh, I took a nice, yeah.
Yeah, the morning when you clear it out in the morning, the little dumpy poo. I'll drop my kids off at the pool.
So yeah.
And my car feels empty. Now I dropped them off. My car feels spacious.
I know.
Oh, I love that, dude. That feeling you get afterwards of just
Yeah.
being empty. You're like, fuck it, I can do whatever.
I can jump higher.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I can go run.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like jet fuel. Like, you know, when they dump jet fuel to go faster.
Exactly.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You're just dumping jet fuel. But yeah, no. Yeah, eating late is horrible, man. Because then also, one thing though, it's horrible because you wake up just feeling shitty and your day starts bad, and you wake up later too because you just want to be in bed feeling shit. But honestly, man, that puts me to sleep though. Eating late.
Does it?
If I eat at like 11 p.m., I'll sleep by 12 a.m. because I'm like, I'm itis now. I'm like, oh, I'm full. I'm like,
yeah.
But it's so bad, dude.
I know.
So bad.
I know, it's fucking horrible. But it's the best.
So good though.
I've been trying to like tailor it and try and eat like cashews, you know, try and like drink tons of water.
At night,
like,
you mean?
Yeah, and like something that like hits that spot because I need that like saltiness, you know, right before bed.
That's horrible, dude. That's horrible.
I know. But yeah.
It's addiction. It's
but
like
it's better than having like fucking a full blown meal like you said.
Dude, I had half and half yesterday. I had rice and fries with chicken on top. And garlic sauce.
Yeah, I had like a Korean beef and rice bowl last night with an egg. Ooh. Powerful.
Homemade or?
No.
Where'd you get it from?
Owl of Minvera.
Minerva. I really want to try that place out.
Yeah, it's bomb.
Yeah, Uber Eats it or what?
No.
Internal temperature on this is too high.
It cut off?
Oh, damn.
No, fuck happened.
Really?
If we can just start it again one more time, if possible, just to kind of wrap it up. But that's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. You're right. It just recorded too long and it's like, oh, dude, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, my camera's like, whoa, bro. Easy.
Look at my camera. It's fucking trooper.
It just turned off, so I saw it turn off.
Okay. We're good?
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What do you mean? What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You Uber Eats Owl of Minerva?
No, went in.
Oh, you went in?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I also Uber Eats too much, man. It's way too much.
I went in to grab the food. I didn't have a mask on. And the guy's like, put your fucking mask on. I'm like, can I just grab it? He's like, no. Fuck. So I had to like go back to my car, grab a mask, come back, take it.
Such an inconvenience. Aww. Like I feel like even you, I saw you stop in the middle of that story because you started saying you're like the rest of it's not that interesting. I just went to my car and got the mask. Don't put my mask on, bro. Bullshit. Freedom of speech.
I know.
Yeah, that's interesting times, man. Gotta wear masks for everywhere.
Trump supporters.
That's funny. Sorry. What are we at? Oh, we're at an hour. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Look at you. You made an hour today. I
Yeah.
think you did an hour last time.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah. But what else? Anything else on your list? Because we want to wrap up soon. I like the health topic though. That became about that because I've been wanting to talk about being healthy.
Yeah, no, you did. You look great.
This,
yeah, you look really
no,
good.
man. I'm saying I want to talk about health and this. And stop fucking saying that. I want to talk about being like health in general in being an entrepreneur as well. Like on the side, like I feel like there is a correlation.
There's a correlation there between like
it's important, man, and it's hard. It's like a double-edged thing, not double-edged, but it's like a thing where you want to be healthy to be a better entrepreneur, better creative, but also it's tough because you are an entrepreneur and a creative. So it's like, oh,
that's my bad.
Oh,
I goofed.
Yeah, I have a whole thing here. Yeah, see, well, we kind of talked about it. I have these notes about healthy way back that I wrote, but if we talk about it on the podcast, but it's like long hours on set kind of fuck it up because now you want some sugar at like on set and you're stressed out. That kind of screws the health. And also if you have like a 3-day shoot, back to back to back, I'm not going to the gym those 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So it is, it's interesting, but you want to. So that just means like before those 3 days of a long shoot, I gotta go hard in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And be healthy. Because those 3 days, bank it exactly.
Yeah.
I think of it sometimes like that because I'm like for sure, like I already write it off. I'm like this Friday to Sunday, I'm gonna eat pizza on set. Because you just wanna. I'll try to be healthier, but it's one of those things where it's like I don't want to think about that shit because I just want to worry about the project. You know?
Exactly. You're so focused.
Yeah. But again, I guess that's with budget too. Like eventually get craft service where it's like, it's healthy food on set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some kale salads. And, it's not just like Domino's pizza or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything on your list before we wrap up?
I wanted to see. Oh, dude, I wanted to ask you, like, if you have any pregame rituals. Like, do you ever do something in a specific way before a shoot or before filming or something like that? Like for me, I'll give you an example. For me, before a shoot, I listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers' "Can't Stop."
I love that song. Yeah. It's such a good song.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
I love the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it kind of builds up. Yeah. That's the one, right?
And then it just goes off.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Before every shoot, when I'm driving up, I'll just listen to some "Can't Stop" or Rick Ross. Have you heard of the song "Yacht Club"?
No.
Oh, it's a great song.
That's pretty cool though. There's music because I listen to a lot of music, but I don't have a ritual. To me, it's stress. That's my ritual. Just being like, oh fuck, shit, blah. Coffee is a ritual. I have coffee.
Gotta have coffee. Yeah,
I have to have coffee.
Have coffee. Drink. Listen. To
I'll be late to set
songs.
if I have to get coffee on the way. I'll do it. I'll be late.
Wow.
'Cause I need coffee, bro. You don't want me there on time and being a bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't think I do. That's good though. I might start.
Dude, you gotta do it.
I'll implement music for sure. Like a specific
you gotta
song.
have like a couple of songs that just get you super fired up, like charisma cranked up to 100, and you just go in there and you just kill it. Yeah,
okay. Because the night before or whatever, it's usually just like it's always funny whenever I come back from a shoot. Usually it's like I open my laptop and the shoot's done, so I have all these tabs open. It's like back in school when you had essays and you had all these tabs open. You finish an essay, you close all the tabs finally once you submit it.
Nice.
To me, it's like all these reference videos and like storyboard. So all these like tabs are open. So my night before, the day before is like just references and stuff and looking at videos.
Okay.
That I want to be like, you get me into a mentality of like that's the world I'm trying to create. That's
exactly, I do that too. Yeah.
So that helps for sure. But I'm down. I think rituals would just help me ease the stress too, because then if it's like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this song to get jazzed up, it's like I'm kind of distracting myself almost from the stress too. So that's a good point. I might do that. Huh?
I have a vanilla dip donut from Tim Hortons. I drink a coffee and I listen to some Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, you have a legit ritual.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, and I roll up and I'm like, it's my favorite donut.
Did it just happen by accident?
It happened out of necessity a bunch of times, like where I was late for a shoot, but I knew I was gonna I had to make it, right? But the night before I didn't have any. I didn't get good sleep, so I had to get like a sugar and caffeine high before going to the shoot,
and then you're like, it's kind
like a
of
music
nice.
high, yeah. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of nice. Like, I if this is my excuse to have a donut, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
If every time I have a shoot I get a donut, I'm like, cool.
That's pretty dope.
No,
I think it's gonna. That's what it is. I was gonna say. I think naturally, out of necessity or some other way, I think I'll create a ritual.
Yeah.
Because most of the things that I do, small things, I'm sure on set and the way I work is like from times of experience. So it'll get there, but I like that. And maybe next time you ask me, I'll
try it out. Yeah.
But okay, we gotta wrap because the camera keeps cutting.
All right.
But that was a good one. I like that one.
Dope.
You want to plug anything in? To the 10 viewers.
To the viewers. A24 Media people to come check them out.
All right.
A24.com.
Is recording?
A24.com. A24 Media.
All right.
Let's go.
We'll put it in. We'll put it in the bio. In the
All
link. All right. Cool.
Lit.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Cut it.